Indianapolis Colts taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. They'll try the left side. It's Green, brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
Going for the deep ball. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Colts. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 61 yards.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's #3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to #1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Silver. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Steelers at 10-4 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On first down, Silver stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll run on first down. Silver down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
2nd and 5. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. He'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. You look at this Steeler defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff up the middle. Silver. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Green. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff up the middle. Silver. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Peters, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, Silver, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down now, Silver, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers' touchdown. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Steelers are back within a score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now a handoff up the middle. Green. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. On 1st down, Green. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards at a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Taken at about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin in the AFC North up at Paycor Stadium. Baltimore in town to take on Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. The Bengals locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go. 45, right. 560, left, right.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Chambers. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Up the middle they go. Silver. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
They'll run on first down. Silver. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 4. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's go. 10 black.
On first down, Silver. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll run on first down. Silver. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now out come the Steelers. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw again. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown from 19 yards away.
And the Colts look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll look to throw again. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That was a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. from 8 yards out.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Green, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Green, and he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Chambers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Right, 97. Right, right.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Green. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll run again. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off.
They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
2nd and 6. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there.